Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's going on, Facebook, and everyone else who found this video? I hope you find it useful. Just wanted to touch on a few topics real lightly in regards to branding. Just a little introduction to my page and a little bit of information as I get it. I want to share with you. Allow me to introduce myself to those who do not know me. My name is Terrence Spencer, and I'm your marketing consultant. I love sharing information. I love providing resources to help you and others grow your business. As I grow mine, I want to see others succeed. Try to get out this rat race, this 9 to 5 corporate plantation, this slavery that we all have been enduring. So that is my mission. That is my reason for even posting these videos and building this page. This particular page, I want to focus specifically on branding. Branding is the key to any business. It's the reason businesses expand, grow. It is also the reason businesses crumble. What is brand? Well, a couple things to keep in mind while building your brand and exactly what it is. Brands are built on emotion. Keep that in mind. Brands are built on emotion and not rational thoughts. What does that mean? For instance, if you have some type of emotional connection from your childhood, some type of connect emotionally, happy emotion, something that takes you back to a place of thought, you're more likely to deal with that brand. You're more likely to pay more a premium price for that brand due to your familiarity with the brand. For instance, you have the exact same type of soda sitting on a shelf made in the same factory. One have a known brand, Coca-Cola, Pepsi on it. The other end is just the store brand, which is, a cheaper price, same product, different labeling. And you having a party. You have people there that you want to impress with your business. Maybe some investors, some of your business colleagues. You're going to always go with the one that resonates with you from your childhood. That's branding 101. It has connected with you emotionally and not necessarily rationally. If you're thinking rational, you would like to save money, invest that money back in your business. So you're going to go with the less expensive brand, take that remaining sum and put it towards investment towards yourself. But that's not necessarily the case there. You're gonna go ahead and stick with what you know, with what you know. Also with branding, also it has a direct path. It stands for one thing. Your brand should always just stand for one thing, not a bunch of different things, not going a bunch of different ways. Find a why in your business and build your brand around that why. Why do you do what you do? Why are you building this brand? Why are you so focused intently, taking time away from your family, your loved ones, taking time away from things that's a lot more interesting and a lot more pleasurable to do, giving up all this time for this business? Why? What is that why? What is the driving force? Is it your family? Is it to have nicer things? Is it a community reason? Are you trying to create jobs in your community? Are you specifically helping a particular group of individuals, a particular entity, animals, whatever it is? Build your why. And once you discover your why, build your brand around that why. Very important. Your brand is not for everyone. Just every all of these points I'm going to make is going to pretty much build on one another. Your brand, and with this one, is kind of carry over from the why. Your brand is not for everyone. Appeal to a very specific target audience becomes synonymous with solving a very specific issue. Get to that core group of individuals that you have targeted and solve their problems, solve their wants, their needs, find that pain and become the problem solver for that pain. That comes in all of that is part of branding. That's branding your business. They know, just like you trust that Coca-Cola, Pepsi, whatever the brand that you love to drink, you know that they're going to come through. You can trust that brand. It's going to make the fizz sound as soon as you pop the top on it. You know exactly what you're getting because you grew up with it. Be that for those who are looking for your services, your needs, your products. Have a direct relationship with that particular target market. You're not for everyone. You can't please everyone. That is that you what were you were basically, what's the best word to use? You were basically dilute your brand by trying to focus and trying to please everyone. What I like to do, I like to build an avatar. I like to build a male avatar and a female avatar. What is the what is the demographics of these two sexes look like? What does my male look like? What is his financial, how much does he make a year? How much does she make a year? What does she work at? Where does he work at? What does he do for a living? How do this individual dress? What part of town do they live on? What is their culture? And I built this individual in my mind, and this is who I go after. It's a skeleton, and it helps you identify who your target market is and who you should be branding towards, and building your brand, building your community for your business, for your services. So keep that in mind. You're not for everybody, okay? Always have your brand at the forefront of every decision that you make, both professionally and personally. Don't make a decision based off of who you are or who you used to be. You are the head of a business. You run a business. Carry yourself as a CEO. Every decision, even though your decision now may not have you ended up on the front page of the New York Times, but carry yourself as if it would. I mean, you're not making $1 million a week yet, but carry yourself as you do. Every decision that you make, every thought, every action that you make, have it built around your brand and your business. This is how you grow your brand. Okay. Last but not least, also this builds off of the same concept, but your social media following, what I like to call, I do it every so often because I'm human. I get away from what I'm doing and who I am. I'm in the process of building this whole new business and new venture that I'm on. But my social media, I do what I dubbed it as scrubbing my social media. I get away from, I used to be very, very poignant on everything. I had opinion on everything. I'm a very well studied individual. I study my culture. I study history, and I interject those thoughts through my social media. I teach that way as well. But as I transition into economics and building my brand and building my business, I realize everybody's not interested in that. In fact, it can turn off a lot of potential clients. Now, I'm not saying to, get away from who you are, but you know who you are, and you don't have to interject that your personal self to everyone. It's a turnoff. I learned this over the years with maturity. I've so with that being said, what I was getting at was scrubbing. I go through, every 2 to 3 months, I erase all the sports talk that I did, all the injustices, all the political talk, the jokes. I want my Facebook to represent my business. You don't see these type of conversations happening when you go to Target page or Walmart's page or any major corporation. Is specifically geared and built around their brand, their culture. They create a culture through their brand, and as I said, as a CEO, you have to do the same thing. Stop being so personal and start being a little bit more generic in your approach. Well, generic is a bad word. How about being more strategic in your approach and how you present yourself online to social media, whether it be IG, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever the case may be. Stop being so one-sided. It's not good for business. It's not good for your brand. Now, with that being said, now if any of these topics, if your brand is built around religion, if your brand is built around politics, culture, then by all means, you have a very specific demographic that you are targeting. By all means, continue. But most businesses is trying to accumulate as much resources, finances as possible. So therefore, the larger the pool, which is kind of counter. It's kind of hypocritical what I said when I said be specifically, target a specific group. But if you're running part of that group away with your strong opinions, then you're shrinking that pool that's going to respect your brand. And if they don't respect it, then they're going to pass your name along, just not in the way that you prefer. So those are a few tips I wanted to just share with you today. Get a video up on my page. Remember, go like my Facebook page. You can catch me on Facebook, Terrence Spencer. Look me up there. You can go to my YouTube channel, Terrence Spencer, as well. I have a business page, Build, Brand, and Blow. If you build it, you think it up in the mind, you build it, you want to brand that so you can get that expansion and start making that, and then watch that money blow. That's what we about. I have a very specific demographic that I'm after as well, and I don't necessarily have to preach it. My As you get to know me and as you get to know my page, you know who you are, and you will appreciate it or you won't. Again, nice meeting you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. Always, if you have any questions in regards to branding, always feel free to reach me, inbox me, put it on my wall, put it on my page. I'm an open book, and if we don't know, we get it together. Have a great night. Peace.